Hey there, happy Friday. I'm Bobby in Maine, and today we're going to be outside because it's too beautiful to be indoors. Like most towns and cities across the state of Maine, the city planners have put a lot of thought when it comes to reserving and preserving these open spaces for public benefit. Now, as a result, we have dozens, if not hundreds, of parks across the state, all of them beautiful. But today we're at my favorite park. It happens to be located in Biddeford at 550 Main Street, and it's shared by the sister communities of Biddeford and Saco. 72 plus acres in Biddeford, Maine, and I recommend for our first stop that you get your pads, elbows, wrists, helmet, tune up your skateboard, because we're going to head over to the skate park. As advertised, here we are. This is the skate park within Rotary Park, and now I know nothing about skateboarding except that you need a skateboard and some of these crazy looking things. This place is usually packed. Just got the one lone rider today, but it has all the crazy things to defy death that you probably want if you ride a bike or a skateboard. So first stop, skate park, and it's right at the front of the park. So usually people, parents, I'm assuming in most cases, park along the front. There's an entryway that I'll film as we're going out that leads up to the teen center, which is our next destination. But first spot that you're going to hit coming into Rotary Park is this here skate park. So we're here at our second destination in Rotary Park. This is just up the main road and just past the skate park. It's the Biddeford Teen Center. Now, I had a chance to come here over the last couple of summers with my kids. Unfortunately, it's closed now because school's in session, the pandemic, but it is just a comfortable place to hang out. They have the couches, they've got pool tables, they've got empty work areas to be able to do role play, arts, crafts, concessions. It's everything that you would expect a clubhouse or hangout for teens to be. It's definitely worth checking out. Now, one thing that makes this particular teen center pretty cool is it's the home base for a local group of LARPers. Now, if you don't know what LARPing is, that's live action role play. So picture Monty Python and the Holy Grail set behind you in live action, but instead of real swords and shields and horses, there are no horses here, but they have foam swords and axes and daggers and foam shields, and they just have at it. Now, the first time we drove by, we weren't sure what was going on, so we pulled up and started watching, and within 5 minutes, they had us out and playing. Just a very welcome, accommodating, beautiful group of people who have fun every Sunday from 2 to point of exhaustion, playing out war games, if you will, in full costume. So it's definitely worth your time to check them out. LARPers at Rotary Park. Now, once you come past the teen center, you're going to have a choice to make, a left or a right. The left takes you into the lower parking lot, and the right takes you up past the dog park toward the beaches and athletic fields. Now, what most people don't know when they show up here, at least initially, is that off of the lower parking lot, there's a left that you can make further down. It's a dirt road that takes you to 3 different points of interest. One, the boat launch. If you have a jet ski or boat, that's the place you'll want to go. There are also 3 or 4 different fishing or swimming holes that I'll show you, private fishing holes, because the beach, the public beach, is over that way. And then also, it happens to be the parking and tee-off area for the disc golf. So keep that in mind, and I'll take some more context shots as well. But to the right, it's going to get you past dog park, to beaches and athletic fields. To the left is lower parking lot, and then further left is going to be swimming holes, boat launch, and disc golf. First, a confession. I am not a pet owner, but every time that I come to this park, and that's pretty often, this place is usually swarming with dogs, all sizes, all breeds. Unfortunately, there isn't a pet to be found here today, but there are a couple of features that I want to point out that I'm sure you'll appreciate as pet owners. The first of all, the pen is split into 2, a smaller and a larger. The smaller, I'm assuming for the smaller or less aggressive dogs, so they don't have to worry about being intimidated by the larger or more aggressive dogs. And then the second pen, which is further back up there, lots of green space for them to run, go crazy. They've got some obstacles, they've got some faux fire hydrants that the city has set up there, which I think is funny. And then they have a shaded, dugout of sorts over there for the pet owners who want to sit out of the sun and enjoy watching their dog go nuts. So yeah, third destination within Rotary Park is a dog park. Pretty cool. So this time around, I broke my usual routine. I didn't go right toward the athletic field and the beaches. Instead, I took that dirt road off of the main lower parking lot and found myself down here. which, as you notice, there's a body of water behind me, and I feel kind of stupid for not having mentioned earlier and setting up the fact that there's this 72+ acre park in Biddeford. Well, one of its key features is that it sits on the banks of the Saco River, so you've got a lot of water enjoyment here. Fishing, swimming, boating, etc. And what I've done is I've set up in one of the private, not really private, but it's not so huge that you couldn't, find it relatively private. And actually, most of the times I've come here, with the exception of a few other people and their pets, they're relatively private. This is a nice little beached area with rocks to be able to do some swimming and fishing. And there are 3 more heading toward the boat launch. This is the biggest one. This is my favorite one. But as you can see, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful view. A lot of residences set up this way that have camps. That is heading more toward Biddeford proper than the back end of the park where we are right now. But it's just a beautiful place. So I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so water enthusiasts, attention please. If you are a paddleboarder, if you're a canoeer, a kayaker, a jet skier, a wave runner, whatever you're taking out in the water, this here is your port of departure. This is the boat launch that gets you into the Saco River from Rotary Park. Now, there are a couple of features to point out. Ample parking, dirt parking lot in a big oval, plenty of room for dozens of cars, dozens of trailers. It gets a lot of traffic. It's a quiet day today, but ample parking, that's number one. Well-maintained boat ramp, which I don't know what your standards are for boat ramps, but this is a great boat ramp as far as I'm concerned. They've got some nice granite steps that were installed over there to be able to get into and out of crafts, and then into and out of the water. And then one other thing that I think is particularly nice to note, feature 3, is that there's a green space along the banks behind the trees with a couple of passes through to the water. Now, typically what I've seen is that a family will come, put in their boats or their jet skis, park their trailers, and then set up for a barbecue and for a little camp shade area over here. And because this is kind of hard on the feet, the boat ramp, it's got the beveled concrete, what they'll do is they'll on and offload people down that grassy, sandy path to the water itself. So it's just convenient. It's a nice setup for people to be able to share that launch area. And I think it's beautiful. So this is your boat ramp, Rotary Park. One of my favorite outdoor activities is Frisbee. Well, first off, it's got a low skill threshold. It's super inexpensive, and it's just plain fun. Now, the park here, Rotary Park, has many open areas to be able to play Frisbee, but if you are one of those Frisbee players who's got better than average accuracy and range, you might want to check out the disc golf course that they have. It's a 9-hole disc golf course. The tee-off area is at the back side or the back edge of the water ramp or the water launch area's parking lot. So you can park there, or you can park from that side and walk down. I just, since I was at the water launch, parked and walked a very short distance. The entry point and the instructions and the first tees and how they're laid out, I'll take a couple photographs so you can see and at least get a sense of what the course is like. But 9 holes, and what it amounts to, they're not actually, if you've never seen or played disc golf, they're not actually holes like golf in the ground, but they have wire baskets or chain baskets, 9 of them spread out at different distances and different angles. And it's quite something to see. There are, as you would imagine, varying levels of skill. I've seen some people nail them from great distances and other people like me who miss them at 3 feet. So come for the entertainment and come for the exercise, but you have a disc golf course here at Rotary Park. As far as softball fields go, this one has pretty much everything you'd expect. You've got outhouses, plenty of green space, well-maintained for picnics and for the kids to play, plenty of parking. You've got a couple of dugouts, well-painted again, well-maintained, nicely maintained field, some bleachers, trash receptacles, and of course, for the night games, it's lit. So, a great park in and of itself. But what makes it especially cool is it's within 72 acres of a larger park. So you don't only have the baseball field, or I should say the softball field, you had everything that we've seen prior to and all the things that we're going to see after. So it really is a pretty unique destination. Okay, here we are at what I would consider to be the heart of Rotary Park in Biddeford. It's the picnic glade, and there are a number of features to point out here. We have a secondary parking lot, which is a sand lot, just up the road from where the softball field is. There is a youth football field back there, and I'll take some pictures so you can see all of this as well. There's a full bathhouse, changing, and rest facilities. There are on-duty lifeguards seasonally. There is a sandy beach that wades out at a pretty good distance into the river. And then there's the picnic glade. Multiple picnic tables, barbecue grills for people's use. No reservation system that I'm aware of. It's first come, first serve. And there are also 2 playgrounds. There's one over here for younger children. There are multiple walking and running paths that branch off from the picnic glade area. It really is just a great spot, especially when you think about what you can accomplish in a single day within this 72 acres alone. It's pretty crazy. So I hope you check it out. Well, we've covered some pretty good ground, but I wanted to leave you with this parting shot over my shoulder here. Now, this is at the crest of the hill, I think, which was the backside of the 9th hole for disc golf. But what it shows you is the athletic field, the disc golf field, and then the Saco behind it. It's a spot that I like to stop when I'm here. I think it's particularly beautiful. It's been great catching up with you again. Thank you so much for taking the time. I really do appreciate it. And if you've got the urge, please like, share, and subscribe. I'd love to hear from you. Until next Friday, please take care of yourself and everybody else around you. I'm Bobby in Maine.